You're listening to The Manning Report with your host, James David Manning, the news behind the headlines.
The statements made by Sean Hannity, who has become the Billy Graham of the Trump movement, that he has become one who is absolutely spewing and lies and twisting truth to a delusional state of people. Let me set this up. I've been on the Hannity show. I've been on Fox News. I've been on the Fox broadcast. I was courted at one time to be a Fox News commentator in the early days of the Obama administration. And I have worked in conjunction with all of the Fox News associates over the years and the various Salem media people. I have a long standing audience with people like Sheriff Joe Arpaio and others that are headliners in the Fox and the conservative political movement. I've been there. I've been inside the camp. I'm major Tea Party event. I've participated in all of them. I was a major player in the Tea Party and the assembling of and the programming of major oppositions to Obama from 2007 until recently. So I understand Sean Hannity. I know who they are as a people. I'm very much aware of that. I want to, Mr. Engineer, to let you see that I was with Sean Hannity in the early days, during the days of Jeremiah Wright and the arguments that were going on. So I know Sean Hannity, and I know the sentiments of his audience. I was with the Tea Party event down in Washington, the major event where millions gathered on the White House, on the Capitol lawn. I was there for those events. I traveled the country. I appeared on many of the radio broadcasts across the nation of the conservative movement. So I'm very much aware of Sean Hannity and Fox News. And my assessment is this, is that from my ability and for all of those who gave great respect to my analysis of Obama, of Benghazi, of Osama bin Laden alleged capture, to Trayvon Martin, to the Tea Party events and being a leading participant, a leader in the birth of movement. For those who gave great respect to my ability to give directions to an audience of people to help understand the mindset of the Obama supporter, I want to call upon you to let you know that ability that I had during those years has not waned. And let me say to you what my assessment is now of these very same people and of Sean Hannity, now that Tribulation Trump has taken the helms of our government, and that the truth about him and the truth about the demise and the depletion and almost extinction of white people, certainly the extinction of white power, and the rise of recent white power, white supremacists, that there is an extinction, there is a threat against whiteness in America. And as a result of it, the Fox News audience, the Sean Hannity audience, is fighting with everything they possibly can and pushing Trump up to save whiteness, to stop the threat of the extinctness of white power, the extinctness of white populations, the extinctness, yes, of white America, that it is quickly turning brown and black faster than anyone can imagine. And so the tactics that are being deployed by people like Sean Hannity are appalling. Moreover, the way in which they should be able to deal with this, God has not revealed to them, but God has sent Sean Hannity and his group into a state of delusion. Now, let me recap, and I'm going to let you hear a statement from Sean Hannity in just a moment. Let me recap. My wisdom millions of people, when I defended Sarah Palin, when I defended Bristol Palin, when I put up the kitchen table program on how to deal with the Obama supporter, when I laid out week after week and month after month, how white America, how we're able to deal with the rise and the advent of the so-called first black president, my voice was sought out by every major conservative network of broadcast in America, because my wisdom was true, it was powerful, and it was godly. And so what I want to say is that truth and godliness has not waned. What I see happening now is that a people that are deadly afraid of the loss of white power, and you see them now scrambling to use a New York casino owner, a degenerate, a public nuisance, to try to save whiteness. And the more intense you watch Sean Hannity as he comes in a frenzy every night now, he's more frenzied, he's more intense. It's like he's on some sort of drug as he recognizes that the walls are closing in on white people. Now, let me quickly say that I'm not a racist. I'm not here promoting the close of whiteness and the walls closing in or the loss of white power or the extinction. You remember, I work with these same white people, Japheth people. I worked with them for years. I slept in their homes. I counseled with them. I prayed with them. I brought them to our church. I brought them to Gettysburg. I prayed with them. I marched with them. I'm not against them. No, I am not. But what I now see happening with Sean Hannity and his group, he is like a madman spewing out twisted truths and lies of the first magnitude. And God, and I am his servant, has turned Fox, Sean Hannity, and the audience of those and Trump supporters into a state of delusion. I'm going to let you listen to some of the things that Sean has said, and then we're going to come back with our response to what has become a delusional man, a man who has a form of diarrhea of his own senses, a man who feels that it is his appointed duty to save whiteness against the power of God, who has cursed them for the long years of atrocities of which they have been most eminent in perpetrating globally. Mr. Engineer, roll Sean Hannity from just yesterday.
Very interesting, without a doubt, a deep state reckoning. It's happening before our very eyes. The single biggest abuse of power scandal in American history is about to be laid bare for all to see. Sources tonight are confirming to me that things are most likely even worse than we originally thought. We have that new letter from the Assistant Attorney General, Stephen Boyd, revealing that the DOJ's investigations into the origins of the Russia probe is broad in scope. It is multifaceted. And that's not all. According to Boyd, the investigation will cover, quote, activities of U.S. and foreign intelligence services, as well as non-governmental organizations and individuals. Now, here's what likely this all means. The Attorney General, along with U.S. Attorney John Durham, they are now investigating how foreign spy agencies, allies of the United States, were used likely by Obama administration's top officials in the intel community to spy on Trump and the Trump campaign and the Trump transition team.
Mr. Engineer, you know, I'm going to appeal to your better angels, to use a term from one of the writers, prolific writers of our time. Obama and all of the then known world, Sean Hannity, Obama and the then known world never suspected that Tribulation Trump would ever come anywhere near being president of the United States. Not only Obama, and neither did you, Sean Hannity. And I'm going to go back and get some of your videos and some of your statements during the Trump campaign. because it was never, no Republican Trump, like Paul Ryan, like Mitch McConnell, like Witness Protection Program Romney, no leading Republican ever thought that Trump would become president. So there'd be no need for spying on him, Sean. This is all a lie you are concocted to try to start a race war in America. Sean Hannity, you are nothing more than a wannabe Al Sharpton trying to start a race war. Sean Hannity, during the time of the Trump campaign, nobody thought Trump was going to become president, so therefore there was no need to spy on him. The most powerful Republicans, whether it was Ryan or McConnell or Romney or even you and your managers at Fox, nobody thought Trump had a snowball's chance in hell at becoming president. So why spy on him? He was nobody to be feared. So you're lying, Sean Hannity. This is a bit of a news blog we do, looking at spiritual wickedness in high places for the most part, making some observations about it and giving people a biblical foundation to the way of interpreting, rather than have Sean Hannity or Laura Ingraham or Janine Pirro or Anderson Cooper or Rachel Maddow or Don Lemon, Rush Limbaugh interpret what's going on in the world. You come to me and I'll tell you based on what the Word of God says. They'll just give you their worldly, sinful view. But the Manning Report will tell you what God has said, whether to say yea or nay, whether to go or to stay. You'll be led by the word of Almighty God. Come to the Manning Report on a daily basis to interpret the spiritual wickedness in high places, because there's plenty of it that's going on. And so I am he. I'm the Lord's servant, James David, righteous rebel Manning, and I'm here to serve you with news and information.